What's going on? Rob from the Master Switch here. As you can see, we're not filming in our usual environment. That's because I bought a house, and that means moving things, and that means that everything behind me is a total mess. You guys don't need to see that, so we're filming here. I'd also won't have to film my house so much longer because the Master Switch has an office. We are building a dedicated office and testing space right now. It includes a filming spot, which means these videos are going to start looking a lot more professional. Myself and my colleague Alyssa, when we review gear, it's going to look awesome. But you are not here to hear about my moving problems. You are here to hear about this, the FiiO FiiO. You know, I review enough of their products that you think I'd know how to pronounce their name. Give me a second. FiiO, pronunciation, how to pronounce FiiO. There we go. FiiO, okay, FiiO, got it, right. The FiiO M7 digital audio player. Nifty little gizmo, hey. It's a player's got 2 gigs of internal storage, runs off a custom Android operating system, and is generally very, very good indeed. It's got some nifty features. For one thing, fully Bluetooth. It aptX HD. It even includes LDAC, if that's your thing, which is really, really great to see. The operating system, not the best I've ever used, but definitely perfectly functional. It's really easy to load your music on there, either through a USB connection or through an included data card slot. The design is really, really good. Fits nicely in the palm, quite minimalist, especially compared to some of the company's other products, like for example the Q5 amp, which is one of my favorite portable amps, and generally works really, really well. And the screen is just gorgeous. It's got this full color screen that displays album art and just looks absolutely fantastic. In terms of sound, the overall impression I got from this was one of balance and neutrality. I didn't feel like it was particularly coloring any part of the frequency spectrum. I felt that everything sounded nicely rich and smooth. I thought it particularly treated vocals quite well. Again, without coloration, but I just felt like I was getting a little bit more insight into what was going on with the various singers and rappers that I listened to. I thought it worked quite well. I don't know, does that count as coloration? I'm not sure. I think I might have talked myself into a corner here. Point is, it sounds great. But here's my thing about the M7. I need to stress this is a great product. It's really well put together. The operating system is good, if not spectacular. The sound is solid. But I'm worried how it's going to do. Think about it like this. Something like the Shanling M0. The Shanling Mo. Let's just call it the Shanling Mo. I don't have one here, but it's a $99 digital audio player. This is $200, by the way, and is out about the time of this video if you want to buy one. So the Shanling is $99, half the price of this. And outside of the internal storage, which this has and the Shanling doesn't, there's not a huge difference between them. I mean, the Shanling's a little bit smaller, but it's got the full color screen. It's got all the Bluetooth options this has, as far as I know. It's got, you know, roughly the same options. I don't believe it has an FM radio, which I think this has. But the point is, unless you desperately need onboard storage, you're probably just going to shrug and go, I'll just buy the $100 Shanling and get a micro SD card. And there are other differences as well. This has a signal to noise ratio of 117 decibels. Now, signal to noise is pretty important, especially when it comes to things like digital audio players. It's essentially a measure of how much louder the signal, i.e. the music you're listening to, is than the noise, i.e. electrical hum and mechanical noises and anything that is undesirable when you're listening. And if the signal to noise ratio is 117 decibels, as it is with the M7, that means that the music, the signal, is 117 decibels louder at any given time than the noise. That's very, very good. It's actually better than several of FiiO's. It's actually better than several of FiiO's other products. Their previous products have all had lower signal to noise ratio, so that's great. But the $99 Shanling Mo, M0, whatever it's called, has an SNR of 118 dB. Not a dramatic difference, but you're already seeing the problem here. You're essentially got a product that, outside of a couple of things like internal storage, offers much the same experience. From my opinion, I'd get this. I think it sounds just a little bit better than the Shanling. I think the bigger screen really works well. I think unless you're after something that you absolutely need the smallest player possible, then you get the Shanling, but otherwise just get this. But the problem, of course, is that I'm just one reviewer. And as much as I'd love to say I reach every single person in the marketplace who's in the market for a digital audio player, I don't. It's coming soon though, watch out, world domination is coming. But the point is, if I'm a consumer, if I'm a listener and I'm faced with this and the M0, which I want you to imagine holding in my hand right here because I don't actually have one right now, I'm probably going to go for the M0 and just spring for an SD card. And I think it's a problem that the M7 has. I don't think this has a unique selling point. It doesn't have a killer feature to really separate it from the pack. As good as it is and as much fun as I had using it, I think it doesn't quite go far enough. What that killer selling point would be, that killer feature would be, I'm not entirely sure, but I do know that if you are looking for a very good digital audio player and you've got a little bit of cash to spend and you want a little bit of internal storage, FiiO M7. It's a very, very good player. I had a great deal of fun with it, and I think you will too. I'm Rob. This is the Master Switch. If you want to support us, click on any link on our site, any product link. It'll take you to Amazon. If you buy something, even the thing you didn't click on, we will get a small referral fee. Those referral fees help keep us alive. They help keep the site alive, and they mean we will never have any ads on the site ever. No pop-ups, no nothing, just super clean content. We will never autoplay videos at you, ever. We just don't do that. Help us keep the site like that. Be great. That's it from me. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.